the time trial and the drafting. It wasn't his fault, remember. I think if anything has to look at the results and motorbikes interfering, it has to be yesterday, because I do believe that breakaway could have stayed away yesterday, and if it wasn't for the motorbikes. But the pro riders will use what they can, and if the bikes are in front of them, they'll try and sit behind them. So the only thing to do is to take the bikes out.
No, of course, it's no slight on the riders themselves. I know that Canada were complaining yesterday online as we see Roulants come up.
Yeah, Tony Gallopin is the rider that Roulants in the reds. Roulants is looking after Gallopin. Gallopin's still up there in the general classification. So the kilometres ticking by, that's 4 to go. So it won't be long until we're setting itself up for this final climb. Everybody knows in the back of their minds, you know, trying to save a little bit, but I really don't think it's going to be enough. You can just see the peloton with the breakaway in the view now.
Primož Roglic has won 2 stage races in his career so far, none at this all-category level. He's won the Tour of Slovenia, 2.1 race, and a Tour of Azerbaijan, another 2.1 race. This would be the biggest stage race win of his career. In fact, the last couple of wins, he had 2 wins last year, both coming in time trials. One of them was the biggest win of his career, without doubt, the stage of the Giro d'Italia. But this would be the biggest stage race win that he has ever managed to pull off. But he has the final climb to survive first. There's Oscar Gatto in the turquoise jersey. Just in front of him in the blue and white is the man from Belgium, Dries Devenijns. Blue and white stripes of the Porto Football Club. They belong to Raúl Alarcón, the W52 FC Porto team. And the 2 riders at the front, riding together for Katusha, well, they are José Gonçalves, the Portuguese, protecting his Dutch rider who's looking for a stage win, Maurits Lammertink, in his first year at Katusha.
You just see all the trucks and team buses at the bottom of the climb for a quick getaway.
No room at the top. And this is the view from the top. It is not that long a climb, but it is steep, it is difficult, just over 3 kilometres up to the Alto do Maial, and the riders know what's facing them because they've been up here once already, Brian.
Yeah, they've been up here and they know it from previous years. And just see the gradient just kicks up as soon as you go round that right-hand hairpin.
It's tough and it's tight, but the brake is about to be eaten up. That gap of 40-odd seconds has gone down to absolutely nothing straight away. And as we get onto the climb, there's movement at the front. Sky are moving at the front because they want to try and put Primož Roglic in trouble. 3 kilometres, average slope of just under 9%, all the way up to well above 500 metres. Off we go for the final climb of this Volta ao Algarve.
You can just see as the previous climb, Rob, you can see the blue jerseys now of Quick Step coming to the front.
Well, this is what we saw on stage 2, the only uphill finish that we've had so far. Dan Martin is at the back of a 3-man train, and Dan Martin already in the King of the Mountains jersey. So this is the immediate battle we're looking at. In the yellow, the race lead, Primož Roglic of Lotto NL Jumbo, 22 seconds ahead of the man who is just off to our left, his right. That's Michał Kwiatkowski of Sky in the black jersey, the former road world champion. In the meantime, in the lead of the race, in the red at the front on the base of your picture, that's Maurits Lammertink of Katusha. And already, Brian, look, the peloton exploding behind.
Yeah, I'm just looking, one of the Porto riders, they have been riding a little bit at the front, trying to see if that is Antunes, who's ridden well. I think it would be, but Lammertink, having been in a breakaway all day, I don't think he's got the power left in the legs. But Team Sky come to the front and set a tempo here. We're just kind of sitting and waiting because Kwiatkowski, if he wants to take this jersey, he has to put distance. He can't leave it too long. He has to try and attack sooner rather than later.
Tish Benoit in the white jersey for the best young rider of the race is still there. But Boasson-Hagen's still in touch as well. 34 there for Française des Jeux, David Godou. We mentioned him right at the start of this Tour of the Algarve, the winner of the Tour de l'Avenir. At the minute, Roglic is doing exactly what he has to do, which is survive. Gianni Moscon is the man right at the front of that train for Sky, or what's left of the train, just 2 carriages. At the back, the man who has to do the work. That is Michał Kwiatkowski. 1-2-1 there is Jaime Rosson. He's a rider who's improved as the weeks gone by, the young Spaniard in the green kit for Caja Rural. Luis Leon Sanchez wearing 7 towards the back. Just less than 2 kilometres to go. Lamartine still at the front.
Yeah, just kind of hanging out there. Moscon just setting a tempo more than anything. You know, we're expecting the attacks. A lot of the riders getting it dropped from the rear of this front group, but no attacks as yet. You see the Norwegian champion, Bosenhagen, just kind of hanging in there with the climbers.
Davide Villela just moving up on the right-hand side in the green jersey. He rides for Canadel Drapac. Lamartine just hanging out there. Does get a little bit easier in a couple of 100 metres time, and then kicks up to the line once more. He's guiding a good job here. Problems for Movistar. That's Nelson Oliveira at the back, the Portuguese. 81 is Tony Martin being dropped as well. At the moment, Roglic isolated without teammates around him, but he looks comfortable.
He does. He's following the right wheel. I would see an attack by is it the Antunes?
Antunes then of W52 FC Porto. He was brilliant in the Tour of Valencia, and what a story this would be if a third division continental level Portuguese team could pick up a win at their country's biggest national race. And it is in fact Amaro Antunes. Number 241 on his back. What an attack.
Exceptional attack, and no reaction at all. You've got a group of about maybe 15, 16 riders. Moscon still riding, and got to remember there's 10, 6 and 4 bonus in the finish. And if Kwiatkowski wants to try and win this race, he's going to have to use these bonuses as well, and hope Roglic doesn't take it. But still, the tempo will be set by Moscon, and no attack yet from Kwiatkowski.
Dan Martin up there on his own now after his teammates have drifted away. In the meantime, approaching the final kilometre here for the attacker towards the end of this race, and a brilliant story developing. He hasn't won a race at the big level in his career yet. No wins in professional bike racing. He's got some brilliant results in the amateurs. He's been a leader of the King of the Mountains in the youth race Volta ao Alentejo. He's 26 now. He's at the W52 FC Porto team and had that big headline stage, finishing 3rd behind Nairo Quintana in the Tour of Valencia the other week. This is the time of season where you've got to try and make your name, because in the summer all the climbers are on it. They're highly trained. Antunes has worked so hard over the winter, I'm sure, to be where he is now, and he is within prime position, just a few 100 metres now, of taking what will be the biggest win for a long time by a team at this level.
Yeah, he's got a very good advantage now, and an impressive ride up this final climb. Antunes looks as if he's going to be taking this stage today, and you can just see the crowd getting behind him. You know, a Portuguese rider flying up this climb to the finishing line in this Volta ao Algarve.
Well, Amaro Antunes, 26 years of age. He was 6th overall in the Tour of Portugal last year, 4th on the mountain stage the other day, and in the meantime, here goes Kwiatkowski.
What's Moscon doing? Moscon was just put Dan Martin into the ditch there.
Kwiatkowski attacking. Straight on his wheel, though, the race leader looks to try and come around him now. Primož Roglic is going to take the bull by the horns well inside the final kilometre. He wants to assure himself of overall victory at this race. At the minute, nobody being able to challenge him.
Right, you can just see that attack there. I think Moscon was you know, trying to move over and make sure nobody followed Kwiatkowski there, but Roglic is up for this. He just has about you know, 500 metres, keep the hammer down, and you know, make sure nobody's going to attack over the top of him. That was an attack there for Kwiatkowski, but Roglic was equal to him, straight past, and is setting tempo now.
Well, the finish line almost in sight for the final attackers. Roglic has gone out to try and take the overall, but just 150 metres from the line as Pinot is attacking to try and increase his lead in the overall classification for the best young rider. Roglic, I think, has this one in the bag now. So does Amaro Antunes, who can celebrate for W52 FC Porto. It's a Portuguese win on the Volta ao Algarve, And it is Amaro Antunes, after a couple of weeks of brilliant form against the best in the world, today beats some of the best in the world to take the 5th and final stage. In the meantime, Primoz Roglic is going to roll in behind to take what will be a 5th place on the day. But the overall general classification, a win for the Slovenian, the biggest stage race win in his career so far. And well, a day of firsts, Brian, at the Tour of the Algarve.
Well, a big day for Portugal in the Algarve with a win for Amaro Antunes, the 26-year-old, and really, really impressive. But Roglic just showed that he's got the form at the moment. Kwiatkowski just put an attack, and his team set him up really well, but he just didn't have it in the legs. Good ride there for the Norwegian champion, Boasson Hagen, finishing well, setting himself up nicely for the races to come. But yeah, a good win, and the Portuguese will be partying tonight.
They certainly will. Absolutely brilliant to watch. Amaro Antunes for Portugal against some of the top climbers in the peloton. Yes, I know it's only February. Yes, I know that there's a lot of training camps, a lot of warm-up races to be done for most of these guys, but savour that moment. That is a brilliant moment.
The team rode on the front. You can't ask any better from them. They were riding with Team Sky. Here we see it again, just behind Lamartine.
There's the attack.
No reaction whatsoever from anybody else. It just goes to show you that everybody was on the limit when he went.
Amaro Antunes at 26 years of age with a first ever win at this level. Kilometre and a half to go when he attacked, and it left him plenty of time for celebration. A 3rd division continental team winning a stage in a race with 12 top-level World Tour teams. And I think there'll be some bigger teams vying for his signature after that. They're celebrating, they're enjoying it.